Well, hello again and welcome back to my playthrough of Starfield. Thanks for joining me again. What are we doing? Let's take a look at our list. We got this one here called Due in Fool, where we have to collect this guy's debt. He is off planet, so we're not going to do that one right now. This one here is also off planet. Off planet, 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 off planet. So really the only mission that we have left is to go talk to Sarah and leave. But don't get too excited, because there are still some activities left. And one of those is to speak with Kelton Frush to finish out this quest here. So let's go ahead and do that. We're supposed to go in this direction. So we got a couple more activities that we need to do here in New Atlantis before we move on. It's not giving me a path to get over there.
I can't believe the UC just wrote us off like that.
Who's Philip? Philip Katz. Hey, maybe this is a new mission. What's up, dude?
They were going to give our son to a different family. We made it back just in time.
Oh.
We're finally back with our son, and that's all that matters.
He is alive. Do you remember when we met, was it Billy or Bobby? Bobby Katz.
Our Bobby.
We thought for sure that his parents were dead.
Hey. I missed our Bobby so much. We barely got out of that base with our lives.
Bobby doggone. They won. They lived. Oh. Hey, Bobby.
Hey, it's you again.
It's me again. Hi, Bobby. I see you've met your new step-parents. I hope you're holding up okay, little guy. Good to see you, kid. It's me again, I guess. I honestly don't remember who you are. I do remember who you are. These people are not his step-parents. We know that because we just heard them talk. And I could see our character kind of rooting for the little guy, you know, being homeless ourselves, without parents, wishing that our parents were still around. This kid got the dream that we didn't have. So I could see saying, I hope you're holding up okay.
I'm great, actually. These are my parents. I told everyone they just got on a different shuttle, but nobody would listen. We're just exploring New Atlantis. We have a new apartment. This place is amazing. Anyway, it was nice to see you again. Maybe I'll see you around. And don't forget my birthday. It's June 11th.
Okay, dude.
Hello.
All right, well, there you go.
The UC just wrote us off like that.
They did, and I did too. I wrote you off as well.
He's had quite the adventure.
Yeah?
He's quite something, our Bobby, isn't he?
Oh, I mean, he's a kid, you know. I guess that's something. All right, let's resume our walk here. It's cool that we run into people that we've met before. I like that. I don't know why my scanner isn't showing the path over here, but we'll figure it out. Ship taking off somewhere. Sounded like. Yeah, I don't see it. Whoa. There we go. We're getting close. Let's go talk to Kelton Frush.
Thinking about joining up with security. I think that job would suit me well.
Oh, that reminds me that there is another thing for us to do here on planet. Let's join the Vanguard. That's an activity. Alright, Kelton. What's going on, man? Why are we talking to you again?
Oh, I was hoping we might run into one another again. Your timing is most fortuitous. I'm on the verge of something, but I don't quite have all the information I need.
Okay. I'm always eager to help, Kelton, so long as you pay me a lot of money. You never seem to have all the information you need, or, hey man, this is what I'm going to say. If you're still paying, I'm still listening.
Well, actually, Mast would be paying, but I see your point and assure you that you will be compensated for your time. Of course, now that I understand more about what's going on, it seems plain as day, and yet I never would have imagined it before. The tertiary trunks have also liquefied their interiors, but they're not vibrating. I thought perhaps it was some sort of defect, but it's much simpler. They're listening.
Okay, I don't understand what that means. It's just a tree, Kelton, or how do you know what's going on here? Yeah, I'm not following, dude. Can you explain that to me a little bit better? I grew up in the streets, you know.
It means it is ready to reproduce. I believe this tree is sending vibrations out over massive distances and expecting to detect sympathetic vibrations in return. As of yet, there's been no response. I suspect that will not change, that a response is impossible, and that's very, very bad news.
Let's see here. We've got to do something and fast. Sounds like it's time to cut this tree down or define bad news. Yeah, tell me what you mean by bad news, dude.
We're continuing to see an increase in the strength and frequency of the vibrations. I don't know how much more significant it'll become. If there's no response, the tree may vibrate itself and some nearby portion of the city to destruction. Now, as of yet, there has been no response, and clearly none of the nearby individuals are a correct match. While it can't be ruled out that the intended recipient of these messages was cut down during the city's expansion, there is one other possibility. Over 100 years ago, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective emerged from the Narian War. As a gesture of peace and goodwill, a near-literal olive branch, one of the trees from New Atlantis, was offered to the leaders of Aquila City.
Uh-huh. That seems like a nice gesture. Didn't seem to help much in the long run, or what a weird choice for a peace offering. I don't really like any of these. I don't think it's a weird choice. It's an olive branch. Makes total sense to me. I guess we're going to go with didn't seem to help much in the long run.
No, nor in the short run, as it turned out. Of course, you can't just uproot a native species and plunk it down on some other planet in a totally different environment and expect it to grow. Clearly, no exobotanists were consulted ahead of time. The end result was wholly predictable. The tree died within a few short years.
So that's a dead end, pardon the pun, or I don't understand how any of this is helpful. I mean, he's probably going to ask us to go to Aquila City and get that tree, I guess. I don't know. It sounds like a dead end to me, though, dude.
Clever, but no, not necessarily. The tree died, yes, but branches were kept. At least one still exists in the museum there in the city. If I had that branch, I could get DNA samples, and then using various data I've gathered, I could attempt to simulate a response. We could then broadcast that response and hopefully calm down our friend here. But as I say, I need that branch.
I'll be back with it as soon as I can. And we've finally arrived at the point, and I can't help right now. Well, I guess out of these three, I guess this is the one we're going to pick, because this is the only one that's going to get us paid.
I knew you would understand. The museum in Aquila City is under the supervision of one Miss Kassler, I'm told. I don't know anything about her, but hopefully she'll be willing to listen to reason and assist our cause. All right, off you go. But we don't have any time to waste.
Okay, well, now we have an off-world quest for Kelton. We talk to him again.
I hope Aquila City has what we need.
Hey, remind me how the tree branch is supposed to help here?
Had I not explained that? Perhaps I wasn't clear. I have been rather agitated lately. Thanks to the large sample size of the data from my colleague, I can use a generative algorithm keyed to the unique DNA and structure of an individual specimen. I can run simulations to attempt to replicate the physical characteristics of this other tree, and from that, derive an approximated audio profile of the tree's vibrations. Hopefully, our friend here will sense those vibrations, assume there is a suitable mate out there, and, well, calm down, I suppose.
Well, it's worth a shot. It honestly sounds like you just made all that up right now, but you're not sure that this is actually going to succeed, or a really big saw is still an option. Yeah, it doesn't sound like you're sure this is going to work, dude.
I have a very high degree of confidence in my methods. I have also, regrettably, run out of other options.
Well, there is one other option, and it is to cut down the tree, sadly. Do you think it's going to be difficult to get what I need?
Hard to say. As I mentioned, I have no personal knowledge of this woman who runs the museum. I did take it upon myself to send correspondence explaining our predicament, but there has been no response. I do hope she will appreciate our situation and be sympathetic. If she is not, well, as an official representative of MAST, I could never condone or even suggest that theft was a viable option. But
what? Breaking the law isn't an option. Well, we know my guy isn't going to say that. He has no problem breaking the law. Got it. We never had this conversation, or I can't make any promises. No, we're going with this one. I hear what you're saying.
we're still having it, of course. But I get your meaning.
Okay. See you later. Bye. So, new quests for old Kelton Frush here. It's called Late Bloomer. I need to go get the tree branch from Leia Kassler. And just out of curiosity, I want to see where this is on a map. It is, wow, way out here in Cheyenne. This is a place we haven't visited before, obviously. But it's not too far away. We just need to jump to Olympus, and then we could jump to Cheyenne. Or Maheo, or whatever you call it. I am looking forward to setting off into space. But delayed gratification and all that. Let's bring our quest list back up again. Or more accurately, our activities list. We need to talk to Sergeant Yumi for some reason. Let's go do that. It's right over here. Looks like it's going to take us on the train again. So I was reading my comments, and somebody nicely said, "Hey, let's move it on now. Let's get off the planet. You're not forwarding the story along." And it was said very nicely, and you know, it's all cool. And it's true. We're not moving like the main story along, but honestly, I like to think that I'm moving my character's story along. And right now, my character's story is to collect as much credits and experience as possible, so that when we do get back out into space, or when we do have enough credits, we can buy a ship that we can then build and configure in such a way that it'll have a better chance at taking out pirates, and also hopefully get enough experience points so that we can put points towards skills. Are these called skills? What are these called? Skill points, yeah. That will help in our never-ending lust for revenge against pirates. So that's how I'm looking at it. But yeah, I am itching to get out into space. There's no doubt about it. But there's still work to do here. I'm not really sure why I need to talk to Sergeant Yumi. Maybe he has another job for us. Hey, Sarge.
If it isn't my favorite part-time security officer.
I'm looking for work if you have any.
Yep. Something just came in. Scuffle over at the Dawn's Roost. Security on site handled it, but now one of them is saying the other guy stole his wedding ring. Problem is, he left without identifying the perp, so I need you to talk to Royce Elgin at the Dawn's Roost. See if you can fill in the gaps.
Where is the Dawn's Roost? Why did he leave without identifying the assailant? That's what I want to know.
Men like him aren't very generous with their time. They want you to solve a case without ever having to lift a finger themselves. Not that he'd be much of a witness, given that he was still half drunk when he got here, and somehow even more so when he left. Sorry, wrong word. Rich people don't get drunk, they get inebriated. Which is another way of saying highly unreliable.
Okay. Well, point me in the right direction.
Good. Report back here when the matter's resolved.
You know, what the heck is Dawn's Roost anyway? I haven't seen it in all of my travels here in the city.
A restaurant over in the residential district. Caters to a very fancy clientele. It's the kind of place where forks come in different sizes, depending on the food.
Okay. Anything else I should know about this case?
According to the patron, the ring is valuable, but if I had to guess, not for sentimental reasons. Normally, when someone loses a valuable keepsake, they're heartbroken. The way this guy was acting, it's almost as if he lost a wallet full of creds.
Well, maybe we'll find that ring, or maybe we won't.
Let me know if you have any questions.
Nope, I think I'm good. Look at our quest list. Oh, this is like an actual mission. A break at dawn. Sergeant Yumi at UC Security has given me another task. I'm to speak to Royce Elgin at the Dawn's Roost about a bar fight that took place earlier between two patrons. Apparently one of them is claiming the other stole their wedding ring. Well, let's head over to Dawn's Roost. I'm excited to see a place I haven't been. Or maybe it is a place I've been and I just didn't realize it was called Dawn's Roost. It is right on the other side of this building, it looks like. So let's take a little night walk over here. Apparently our character never sleeps. It's not important, sleeping. Oh, we're going to take the train again, over to the residential district. Hopefully this place is open 24 hours. To the residential district we go. It's right over here. Residential district location discovered. I've never been here before? Wow. How is it even possible that I haven't been here? That's crazy. Well, that's exciting.
I know it's been a rough week. I'm doing great, actually. Thanks for asking. Just got a new job, a new apartment, so things are looking up.
So my character likes to eavesdrop on people's conversations. You never know what you might learn. Hey.
I do hope you are enjoying your time in New Atlantis.
Boy, am I.
All of our signature dishes are unique to the Roost. You won't find anything like them anywhere else. Enjoy the rest of your day.
What's going on over here?
If you're in the market,
Hey, it's Samson Chabrel.
I'm sure I can find something to suit your needs.
We're never leaving this planet. We're never leaving this city. There is an unending list of quests to do. Samson, what's up, my man?
Dealing in art is more exciting than one would think.
Oh well, so we can't tell him we're ready for more work. Goodbye. Let's see here. Citizen.
The Roost is where it's at.
Patron.
Do yourself a favor.
Patron.
And get any of their entrees. You'll thank me.
Really? It looks like they're going to give you a cube. Citizen. Ooh. Markeith Sutherland. Who's this guy? I'm going to go talk to this guy first. Just in case he's part of this quest.
There is simply no parallel to the food you will find here. One taste, and I'm sure you'll agree.
This place looks expensive.
The Dawn's Roost represents the highest quality, from the ingredients to the decor. No expense is spared. Anyone who has sampled our offerings will assure you it is all worth it.
Okay. Hey, listen, though. I want to talk to you about the fight that happened here.
A most unfortunate incident, complicated by the fact that both parties were inebriated. While I wasn't privy to the entire argument, Hugo and Octavio had been dining here together for quite some time. So, it was surprising to see them at each other's throats.
I see. I need to find one of the patrons involved. Apparently he stole something. Can you describe the patrons? Do you know anything about a stolen wedding ring, or the two men dined together? Yeah, these two men dined together?
Oh, yes, quite often. They had a usual table over in the far corner, with all the traditional accoutrements. Music, candles, wine. You see where I'm going with this. But this time the two had barely sat down before the argument got heated. Thankfully, security stepped in before anyone got hurt.
I see. Do you know... Well, can you describe the patrons first, though?
Well, the one who stayed with UC Security, Octavio, is a shorter man, handsome and refined. His favorite menu item is the Saint, I believe. The other, Hugo Fournier, is a tall, slender gentleman with a French accent. Excellent tipper, well-mannered, but a bit hot-tempered.
Do I need to remember that? Do you know anything about a stolen wedding ring?
I wasn't witness to any theft, and both men were wearing rings, if I recall correctly.
Okay, well, I need to find one of the patrons involved. Apparently he stole something.
I assume that would be the slender gentleman, Hugo Fournier. He was the one who excused himself after UC Security arrived. I believe he lives in Athena Tower, although he may be checking out soon. But I would start there.
Okay. Hey, let me see a menu while I'm here.
Right away.
Let's see how expensive this place is. A baguette. And just some stuff. And whether this stuff is more expensive here than other places, I don't know. I haven't really kept track of the prices of food stuff.
Thank you for coming in.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for your cooperation, sir. Let's go talk to this rando over here. He's not really a rando. It's Markeith Sutherland.
Blech.
Snorted again. This game's cracking me up. Indeed. I'm sorry I didn't catch what you said, Gesundheit, or excuse me. Excuse me?
I said, bleh.
Okay. Indeed.
So you share my sentiments.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand why such a first-class restaurant can be satisfied with serving second-rate coffee. Of course, it could just be my palate. It's quite refined, which is both a blessing and curse.
I hear you, brother. Where would you find better coffee? How's the food at Don's Roost? Have you tried Terra Brew coffee? Is there any place in the area you recommend? Well, where would you find better coffee?
Funny you should ask. I recently dined with a friend of mine with ties to the Freestar Collective, and he claims the best cup of joe he's ever had was in Aquila City.
I see. We could say I don't buy it. Freestar Collective goods are inferior. We could say people claim a lot of things are interesting. I mean, that was really interesting, dude.
Yes, although I doubted him at first, but then he showed me the proof. In his hand was a single coffee bean, fermented in the digestive tract of an alien beast.
Oh. Harvesting these beans sounds extremely dangerous. I don't care how good it tastes. I'm not drinking coffee from alien animal droppings. And let me guess, you want me to get these beans for you? Or how does feeding the beans to an animal improve taste? Oh, I want to know the answer to that.
It's not an entirely new idea. In the old world, growers used elephants. They believed the stomachs of these ancient beasts would ferment the bean and draw out its true flavor.
I see. Well, let me take a big guess here. You want me to get these beans for you?
Yes, you would be replacing the man I hired. I had him seek not just Ashta, but predators throughout the settled systems. But it seems after consuming the beans, the beast decided to make a meal of him. So I need someone to find this beast and remove my property from its stomach. As for compensation, you'll receive 2,000 credits when the job is complete.
Let's see here. Shouldn't the person's remains be the priority?
Not at all. The risks were written into his contract. I am not responsible for his burial or the unpleasantness of his tomb.
Sounds like you're covered. Where would I find this predator?
The man I hired had a transponder on him. When the predator consumed him, it also consumed the device. Rest assured, I'll have all the information forwarded to your ship's tracking systems.
Okay, well, I guess I'll track down that beast and bring back your beans.
Excellent. I will have the coordinates sent to your ship.
Okay. Well, since we're talking, have you tried Terra Brew coffee? What do you think about that?
I know you didn't just say Terra Brew. Surely my ears must be deceiving me. Because to even imply that I would put that liquid garbage into my body is an insult I cannot tolerate.
Oh my. Well, is there any place in the area you'd recommend?
All the towers offer breathtaking views for a price. It isn't the name on the building that matters, but how many floors are beneath you. But if you're looking for a living space, you want to speak with Miss Sanguini at the Realtor's office. She's the authority on the subject.
Living space sounds like fun. So I know you don't like the coffee here, but what do you think of the food?
It is, as the saying goes, to die for, and I mean that quite literally. I think the most commonly requested meal for those on their deathbeds is a Jemison Wellington.
Oh, okay. Well, nice talking to you.
I trust you know the way out.
Yep, it's right over there. Oh, this is Samson again, isn't it?
It takes a strong mind and a good eye to sell art.
Yeah, well, shut up until you have another job for me to do, dude. That was rude of me. I shouldn't have talked to him like that. I feel bad now. Ooh, look at all this stuff. So, another quest given to us off-world. Who's this guy? Some people I can't talk to. Oh, there we go. He's just a citizen. He's a nobody. Another nobody here. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean you. I meant somebody else. So we are supposed to go to Hugo Fournier at Athena Tower. Royce Elgin directed us to the Athena Tower residential building, which is apparently straight ahead. Really, this thing wants me to walk through these plants? That's not cool. I'm gonna walk through the plants. What do you think I am, a heathen?
Got a call, someone's power kept going out. Know what it was? A heat leech, as long as my leg. Yeah.
Blech. Can I go down the slide? You know, oh, there is crouching in this game. Interesting. I can't go down the slide. I'm sad. It sucks being an adult. Here is Mercury Tower. That's not where we're going. Here is Centaurian Arsenal. Oh my. It's dark over here. Oh, is this him? Hugo. He's still wasted. Hugo.
Oh, I can't believe that Octavio. That liar, that manipulator, that...
Dirty, rotten scoundrel? Man who's charged you with theft? Or go on. No, let's let him finish his rant. Go ahead, finish it.
That lying, cheating, foul piece of Dawn Glider dropping. If I had my way, I'd tie him to the back of a ship and jump it right into the nearest star. 5 years we were together, half a decade! And he threw it all away for that waiter.
A waiter? Let's see, you two were dating? What happened at the Dawn's Roost, or your ex claims you stole that ring? So you two were dating, were you?
Not just dating, betrothed. And I have the engagement ring to prove it.
I see. What happened at the Dawn's Roost? Why don't you just tell me, this stranger that just walked up to you?
It was supposed to be a romantic dinner, our last before we pledged our lives to each other. But an hour before, I decided to do some cleaning to calm my nerves. I picked up a pair of pants he left on the floor, and out falls a napkin from the Dawn's Roost with a number written on the back. To think he had the audacity to schedule a date with me at the same restaurant? I was livid! Still, I went to the date and held it together just long enough for the waiter to serve us. Then I went off!
Well, he claims that you stole the ring.
He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return.
Okay. We could try to persuade him and say it's still his property. We could agree with him and say there's no crime here. I'll tell Sergeant Yumi you're free to go. Or let me think about this. I mean, it's still his property, dude. Oh man, I keep meaning to look into this persuade thing. Is there a tutorial in this game? I don't think there is there?
Good day.
So if I go here, help, ooh, come with me while I look at persuasion. During dialogue, you will sometimes have the option to attempt persuasion. Successfully persuading someone can open up interesting events and dialogue. To start, select an option marked with the Persuade tag during dialogue. This will open up the Persuasion menu. You will be presented with dialogue options ranging from easy, green, to hard, red, with easy options having the greatest chance of success. A point value is also assigned to each option. A bar representing how many persuasion points you've gained and how many you need to win is at the bottom of the dialogue menu. Next to it, you'll see how many turns you have. If your dialogue choice succeeds, the corresponding number of points for that option will be added to the persuasion bar. If you fail, you will lose a turn. However, if you are on your last turn and your dialogue option succeeds, you will be given a free turn. In order to successfully win the challenge, you must max out the persuasion bar before you run out of turns. Okay, let's try to persuade this guy.
As soon as my assistant finishes packing my things, I'm taking the first tram to the spaceport.
Okay, he claims you stole the ring.
He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking it's still his property.
I don't care. I'm not giving it to you.
Well, so here's persuasion. We have 3 turns and we need to get 4 points. These are a little easier than this one. We could say stop being stubborn and just give me the ring. We could say it's evidence in a crime and I need to confiscate it. And then this one here seems to be the most persuasive one, even though it's the one with the most points and the most difficult one. Your gift is conditional. It's only yours if you actually got married, and that's how I feel about it.
I think my lawyer would disagree. Either way, if Octavio wants to take me to court, then so be it.
Okay. Let's see here. Why would you want to keep something that reminds you of him? What you're doing is theft. Do you want to go to jail over this? It's evidence of a crime, and I need to confiscate it, or stop being stubborn and just get the ring. You know what? Well, he doesn't see it as theft, though. Why would you want to keep something that reminds you of him?
I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to pawn it off.
Oh, okay. Well, oh boy. Now we have terrible options. Well, I'm going to get it back one way or the other, dude, so you might as well just hand it over.
Take it by force, I will sue UC Security. I have a very good lawyer for this sort of thing.
That was terrible.
I don't care if you're with UC Security. I have rights.
We just did a terrible job.
As far as the ring goes, I don't know what the law says, but I doubt you do either.
Well, now what do I do? I still have to talk to him, I guess.
I'm furious. I've never felt so betrayed.
Dude, do you think there's any chance you two can patch things up?
No. There are some things in life that cannot be repaired. Cheating is his way of saying, I don't love you. And without love, what's the point?
Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, your ex still claims you stole the ring.
He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return.
Well, we can't persuade him anymore. I still say it's his property. We could agree with him, or let me think about this. I still say it's his property, dude.
We're not having this argument again, but maybe you can convince me later, after I've cooled down.
Really? Really? Is that an option? Can we go anywhere? Athena Tower apartment. Okay. Oh, look at this. We've been here, and it's interesting the door is still wide open. Huh. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. Has anything changed here? Nope, doesn't look like it. So yeah, we've been here before, which makes me wonder why the game was like, new area discovered, residential district. We've been here. Maybe this is the first time I ever took the train to that particular station. So he's acting like we could probably try to convince him otherwise.
Cut through every single one of his tailored suits.
So, he says maybe after some time he'll calm down, but the quest doesn't say anything about that. So, yeah, man. Don't know what to do about that. Maybe we'll try later. Well, as far as things left to do on this planet other than Hugo here, we could start an outpost or speak to Commander Tuala about joining the Vanguard. So, we're looking for work. Let's go, talk about the Vanguard.
There are unconfirmed reports of significant data breach in Yumi.
Let's see here. Yeah, it's giving me steps to go this way. I wonder if I could walk up there. Looks like there's a railing there. These plants. Doesn't look like I could scan them. So far, I really like this game. I've heard some of the grumblings about it. And I am concerned about the procedurally generated planets. Thinking that was unnecessary. Apparently they're all pretty much the same. But we'll see when we get there. So, here is Commander John Tuala.
What do we got here? Another applicant to the UC Vanguard? Interested in doing some good for the people of the United Colonies, all while earning your citizenship and credits to boot?
It'd be cool to get citizenship. And credits. Sounds interesting, tell me more. I think you have me confused with someone else. What's the Vanguard? Why would I want to become a UC citizen? Well, why would I want to become a citizen?
Well, other than becoming a member of the greatest faction in the galaxy, you'd get access to discounted services on any UC world. Credits to help you get on your feet. You'd even be able to buy property right here in New Atlantis. Citizenship unlocks it all. And signing up for the Vanguard is the fastest way to earn it.
Okay, well, what is the Vanguard?
We're the United Colonies volunteer fleet. Any captain can join, regardless of origin. Get to fly your own ship and earn credits as you help the people in the most distant reaches of the United Colonies, all while earning your way to UC citizenship. Put in the time, and citizenship is guaranteed.
Sounds interesting. Tell me more.
Glad to hear it. Signing up simple. All you've got to do is pass a flight exam and make it through one probationary mission, and you're in. We'll have you working your way to UC citizenship in no time.
Okay, I'm game. Just tell me what I need to do next. Not interested. And what exactly is the Vanguard again? What sort of work would I be doing if I enlisted? Mind explaining to me what I'd get from being a UC citizen again? I mean, if it's an option, I'm going to pick it.
Well, other than becoming a member of the...
Okay, so he's just going to say the same thing again. Okay. What sort of work would I be doing if I enlisted?
Vanguard work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work itself, well, it runs the gamut. Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf of the UC Navy, or you might be called up to help the Science Division clean up some invasive species. Hell, we've even been asked to help take on the occasional terramorph. And sometimes we just need cargo support. Not every job's glamorous. The Vanguard only gets called in for the ones where there's a chance of seeing action. Wherever the UC needs us, the Vanguard is there.
Okay. Well, just tell me what I need to do next.
Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see what the quest says. It's called Supra et Ultra. Step 1 of joining the Vanguard. Register at one of the terminals in the orientation hall inside Mast. Can we ask him any more questions?
Have some questions?
Yeah, sure. Why does the UC need foreign pilots to fly for them?
the military used to have a pretty narrow view of where the best pilots came from. In their eyes, it was UC or bust. The creation of the Vanguard was an acknowledgement by the brass that maybe not all the galaxy's greatest pilots went through a UC flight school. So it's the Vanguard's job to find them and get them to fly for us.
Okay. I'm curious, how long have you been with the Vanguard, Commander?
Me? 6, 7 years now? Was a recon squad commander in a former life, so it wasn't too big a jump bossing around foreign pilots instead. But Vanguard's been a quality assignment. Meet new people, judge them on a series of diverse criteria, get them out there helping people who need it.
I see. This building is called MAST, right? What kind of name is that?
MAST is short for Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. From here, the 3 co-equal divisions of the UC government work together to advance the cause of the colonies. Be that through mutual defense, political and diplomatic strength, or scientific discovery. Now, serving any of the UC's divisions grants citizenship, but scientific and admin positions in the UC tend to be real competitive. Understandable, most people would prefer to earn their citizenship behind a desk rather than in combat. Not something I'd ever choose for myself, but understandable.
Boy, he sure is smiley. I wanted to know something specific about the process for joining the Vanguard.
Sure thing. What do you want to know?
Well, am I going to get hurt doing this?
The exam's just a simulation. Only way you'll be hurt there is if you trip on your way inside. Now, for the probationary mission, we select those specifically to ease you into the type of work you'll be doing here. Make sure you're capable of handling things on your own. But I can't promise it'll be risk-free. The UC sends us on jobs because there could be combat. This mission would be no different. Now, if that's a deal breaker, I won't be offended if you walk away. But this is the military. The chance of conflict is kind of in the job description.
Fair enough. Tell me a little bit more about this exam and the probationary mission.
For the exam, we'll be putting you through a combat flight simulation. Let us see your piloting skills, evaluate how you behave under pressure, all without any risk of you inadvertently getting blown out an airlock. For the probationary mission, though, we'll be sending you out on a job all on your own. The specifics of the mission vary by what's available at the time, but we're not about to ask you to storm a Crimson Fleet base or whatever. At least, not on Mission 1. More likely, you'll be making a drop-off to some UC citizens in an area that's outside normal naval patrols. There'll be a risk of hostile contacts, but that's far from guaranteed.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about what kind of work I'd be doing for you guys, even though it sounds like you just did.
Vanguard work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work itself, well, it runs the gamut. Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf of the UC Navy, or you might be called up to help the Science Division.
Okay.
And sometimes we just need
You already said that.
Every job's glamour, wherever the UC.
Where do I register again?
Just hop into the elevator. You want the button for Vanguard Orientation Hall. Register yourself at the terminals in the lobby, and the exam system will get you to where you need to go.
Okay, I'm all set.
I'll keep an eye out for your results.
All right. Well, let's do this. Why not? Hey, man.
If you don't have official business, we ask you remain in the lobby.
Oh, I have official business. Vanguard Orientation Hall. There's a terminal there. Got people walking or talking over here. Vanguard applicant.
I really hope all this historical junk isn't going to be on the test.
Yeah, historical junk.
Grew up in Neon, so I get big cities, but one clean enough to eat off the pavement? That's new.
Mm-hmm.
Signing up for the Vanguard? You went to terminals then? Or did you just pop by for 2 heaping scoops of propaganda?
You enlisting too? I've always wanted to live in New Atlantis, but they only let citizens buy property, so here I am.
You been through the exhibit? UC certainly likes to talk about itself, huh?
Did you see that exhibit was spelled wrong?
My family never had any love for the UC after the Colony War. Would probably disown me if they knew I was signing up.
I mean, I don't like the UC any more than the next guy, but they've got the credits.
Look, you didn't hear it from me, but I got a tip. There's a way to hack the Vanguard exam. Get yourself a better score.
Really? Have you heard that?
Signing up for the Vanguard? You want the terminals then? Or did you just pop by for 2 heaping scoops of propaganda?
Grew up in Neon, so I get big cities, but one clean enough to eat off the
door.
pavement? That's new.
Oh, neat. The end of Earth? Cool. We're supposed to register, so let's go ahead and register. Applicant name, Mental Fox, current bounty 0. To register for your examination, please select Enlistment Agreement. Note, any outstanding UC bounty must be paid before proceeding. By joining the United Colonies Vanguard, you agree to perform necessary services for the United Colonies that could place you in serious danger, resulting in harm to your craft or yourself, up to and including death. In exchange, the United Colonies Vanguard agrees to compensate all captains according to their experience level and the difficulty of the task requested. All applicants will be required to earn a satisfactory grade on a simulated combat flight, successfully complete a probationary mission. Upon the completion of both prerequisites, the United Colonies Vanguard agrees to sponsor your citizenship application and guarantees the granting of United Colonies citizenship once sufficient time or acts of valor have warranted it. Do you agree to the above commitment and wish to initiate your journey with United Colonies Vanguard? Heck yeah, man, I agree. Consent documented. You may proceed to the examination chamber through the orientation hall. Welcome, Mental Fox. Please proceed through the orientation hall to the examination chamber.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
Nice. We will do that in the next episode. It's time for me to end this one. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I certainly did. If you did enjoy it, you know the deal. Maybe leave me a like or a comment. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next episode.